Hello, it is October 20th, 2025. This is going to be another collective oracle reading to add to my timeline New Earth series playlist on my channel. Yeah, these cards I pulled out from the 15th through the 19th. The last reading I did, last video, I uploaded almost 2 weeks ago. I pulled runes out on the 6th. That video. So yeah, I just haven't been feeling the need to pull cards between those two times. But I don't think we're missing. I think we're still on the big pictures. I'm not really making sense. There's a lot going on. It's kind of hard to say what I'm thinking, but yeah, between that reading and this, sometime between those, the 8th through the 15th, I was feeling like some sort of birth, maybe with the Empress. So in that rune reading, I pulled out 4 runes, 4 tarot cards, 4 oracle cards. Oh, one of the tarot cards was the Empress. Another, the Judgment card. I wasn't using the Thoth deck. I was using the Unveiling the Golden Age. But yeah, I pulled some cards out of the Thoth deck to show you some things in this video. So yeah, I was like, I don't know if it's something with like the world. That reading was very earthy. This reading is very, I want to say air, and then water and fire. A little bit of earth. I'm like, where should I go? Because there's a lot I want to say. I want to get the big parts. So I felt like there was some sort of birth, and now like with the Empress maybe. Now I'm feeling that with the High Priestess. It's like if you see this, it's kind of like birthing, breath. Not too long ago, I was talking about, maybe a little over a month ago, breath with the Union. And then I'm like, I'm not sure if breath goes more with the Fool and Magician. I'm not sure if it still ties in with the High Priestess. This I see as a Taurus field, or like a canal. And then I also see birth with, yeah, with this card. In this deck it's the Eon, so this is a Judgment card. So I'm going to tell you all the cards I pulled out on the 2nd. And while I have these Thoth cards down here, I want to, yeah, so I watch other readers, usually about relationships, not weird like this. Yeah, so my readings are usually like about elements, directions, like things on other planes. I don't really know. I honestly feel like this whole New Earth series has something to do with like 3i Atlas, the solar system, inner Earth, something internal. Now it's like something with, I was getting primordial soup, waters, something beyond. Yeah. I still want to talk about that rune reading, because like I pulled out the Labyrinth card, and it's like I don't know how I really like feel. So I was saying birth, and I was also thinking it's like Because a lot of people are like, you know, the spirituals like, oh, the comets and they're bringing us energies and activations and la 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 la. But I don't think anyone's really seeing it as like a or consciously, I don't know, like a seeding, like we're birthing something, and we can't really do it ourselves. So it's like something alien has to come to us for like a new era thing, right? Like we need assistance. And I don't know how I feel about that. just I'm not saying like I think it's good there's things going on and people are, you know, there's a lot of, you know, I think a lot of, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, let me just show. Okay, so I watch other readers and I was noticing certain major arcanas like people kept on talking about. One of them was Emperor, and maybe the Wheel of Fortune a little. Still the Tower. I feel like the Tower has been like kind of strong for the past month and a half or something. Like still Tower, but not so much. Yeah. And then from that rune reading, I was getting Empress, and so I'm going to show you something here. So it may not mean anything. So I was getting Empress. So in that reading, there's Empress, the Universe. I forgot the other two cards. So I'm going to pair those together, right? And then it seemed like some people were talking about the Sun. And then for some reason, my mind was like pairing the Emperor and Sun. And then when I looked at this, and especially after getting the High Priestess, I'm like, let's put the High Priestess here and pair it up with something, right? And I also felt like there was some sort of like forward and backwards thing going on. Especially like, I've seen comments saying like, 3 Atlas, it's like us from the future or something, or the past. And I don't know, I could get a like kind of a, I don't know how to explain it, but so yeah, so okay, forward 2, 3, 4. But I mean, I was talking about Empress like about 2 weeks ago. Now it's the High Priestess, so in that way kind of going backwards. And then okay, so I got 19. Oh, that's wrong. I don't know why I keep on thinking this is the world. Okay, no, these two. Okay, 19, 20, and then what comes here? 21, the Universe, the World card, right? And then I went a step further. It all equals 23. Each pair, like the 4 plus 19, 23, 5, 3 plus 20, 23, 2 plus 3, 5, 2 plus 21, 23, 5. So I don't know. I think that might mean something. I thought I'd share that. And maybe it does. And then I think, since there's like breath here again, I'm like, maybe soon I'll start hearing more of the Magician and the Fool, or Mercury, Fool, more air. So you got the air and Mercury, air here. So maybe that's next, right? And then I decided to look into like what are the elements for each major arcana. And I got fire, 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 earth, water, and I think that was earth, the world earth. I think I could be wrong. So, and then I was like thinking like, what other cards have I been noticing? And oh yeah, so I said the Fortune. This is a fire card, and I said a little bit of the Tower, also fire, right? And the other two fire. Temperance, which, yeah, it kind of does fit with this reading here. Actually, we do have the Temperance card here. Fire. And then I haven't really been hearing people talk about the Strength card. This is a Temperance. And so I haven't heard people talk about this one. So this is the only fire that so it seems kind of weird that from the major arcanas, like it's the fire cards, are like popping up right now. Yeah, and then if I look through the deck, I'm like, okay, maybe some people is talking about the Hierophant, which is Earth. Lovers, not really. Chariot, not really. Justice, no. Hermit, maybe a little. Hangman, Death. I haven't been hearing. It's like, yeah, and then none of these here, I don't want to show them because maybe there's someone naked, are fire cards. So all the ones that I fire, 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 fire. Yeah, okay. Did that take too long? 10 minutes? Yeah, and then I said that there's temperance. So this is a temperance. Right? Probably can't see that, but just for me, I'm gonna yeah, and then with temperance, I see the alchemy, like the fire and water. This here is said something about masculine purification. So, but in this reading, it's mostly feminine. Okay, let me tell you the cards I pulled out. Okay, so the top row is from the 15th Wednesday, right? And I gotta talk about these. So the first card I pulled out was 30, the Sentient Nest, which talks about the coral reef, and this card looks like fire and water. 2, Isis, the High Priestess. Yeah, so the first one is from the Kantichi Oracle. The next 2 from the Tantric Dakini Oracle. And second card, 14, Puja, Purification. And then from the Untamed Elemental, these 2 cards, we have Breath, which mentions something about purification. Rose, which kind of sounds like a Temperance card. And the full moon here, the relaxation. That's a relaxation card with the harvest full moon. Was it this one? I think this one talked about the full moon. So it's kind of weird. Oh yeah, and then from the Transparent Oracle, this deck here, 37 Raven, 22, this is a weather card, Rain. Yeah, I think this was north, this was west, and then I believe this was south. 20, elemental, this Salamander. Right, and then it wasn't until after, yeah, I pulled these cards here that I noticed that these actually fit into here. They're all round cards, and nest, if we're thinking of a bird's nest, look, we got the raven. And I said it reminds you of water and fire, water and fire. So like, and then like, yeah, and then I could put like the other cards here, and then it, yeah. So that was from the 15th. Okay, yeah. Also, I did pull out these that to me feel more masculine. So, I normally don't reshuffle, but I left this white dragon card in the box, and after I pulled these here, I noticed that this was still left in the box, so I, put these back in the deck, reshuffled, and got these cards. But I originally got these ones, and so 59, I think that's a stone grail or something. 62. This was Dream, I believe. Here, I'll check, make sure. And then 17 Stack, which we got before. Yeah, so I kind of feel like those still kind of apply, but yeah, I think these are better. And I said Raven. I'm tying that with Mercury, right? And there's air coming in the reading. And then when I pulled these cards, I got this, and this is a raven, which is on the bookend box. But yeah, make sure I said 60. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure that was Dream. What was it? Here, I can 59. Here, let me just, so just in case anyone's, yeah, so this might be a dumb video, but I mean, just for the timeline and record keeping, I guess. So that's that. Even if it's a dumb video no one watches, at least, you know, I have it down on a video. So, dream, yeah, within. All right. Yeah, okay, so those are for the 15th. Moving along. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so I pulled out 3 here from the Prima Materia deck. This is the book for it. We got 32 Germanium, 7 Nitrogen, 10 Neon. So what was it? Was it metal, non-metal, and noble gas? I think it was. Yeah, I'll go through the books in soon. 13 Magic from the Wild Whispers Oracle. 3 Freedom. Then from this crystal deck, this one here, the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. I just pulled 1 and got 12 Quantum Quattro, which says it's for all the chakras. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's something with quantum and 4? Maybe. I don't really like that word, quantum. Like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something beyond quantum. Not saying I know, like, but I don't know. So I don't. This card seems like off from all the rest, because all the cards here are like orange, and well, most of these cards already in the deck are orange, so I can't really say. So, but we got orange full moon and orange, you know, it just seems very orangey, and this is blue, so I don't know. Yeah, and then on the 19th, I got 39 First House Arrival, 37 Descendant Initiation, and then 43 Fifth House Passion. Which has something to do with the directions. Because first house ascendant, that would be east. East. So I'm gonna just go into the directions here. So from, like, if I think it's in Hindu and medicine wheel, I'm not too sure, but so the east is air. Okay, let's first go to south is fire. I think normally, like in alchemy or something, I think water would be north, right? But no, north is earth. The north is earth, south is fire, east is air, and west is water. Yeah. So it's interesting, because, well, sorta. So I'm gonna say first house arrival is air, like the breath, something coming in, right? That's why I'm kind of like thinking High Priestess has something with breath. I don't know these cards. Maybe someone that knows their tarot cards well will be like, duh, or they'll be like, no, that's the magician. I don't know. And the Descendant, water, 7th. Oh, bless me. 6th, 7th house. Water. And then 5th house is kind of south, fire, passion. Well, passion, fire. You can take passion as fire. I feel like there's more to that, but right now I can't remember. Yeah, okay, anyways, I'm gonna put those to the side. Well, is that a stag? I don't know. Kind of looks like a... So, I wonder if it fits. I like when things fit. It does. Oh my god, that's creepy. Do you see that? That's creepy. Yeah, dream. And this one, Descendant, 7th Libra, Invitation, something coming in. I don't know. I probably won't go more into these. Maybe I'll show what's in the book. Where are we gonna go next? So, yeah. So, okay, I'll go into the book next, but I was tying in this Germanium with the High Priestess card, right? Because in this book it mentions third eye. This book mentions third eye, and like there's something up with their third eye, right? And when I did a chakra reading, it had like it looked like a planet, like viewing it from space. And that first rune reading I did back in June, I was talking about three eyes or third eye, so maybe something with that, like primordial something. I feel like there's a lot of like aspects in like the body and like the earthy plane, and like everything is being changed up or something. So I'm still thinking on things. Yeah. This one, I was fitting that with the Empress. We had this card, I think last time I used this deck, right? And then and then I was like, okay, I gotta fit something with this one. Neon with Eon. Hey, that goes. The only card that's left out from the 4 is the from the 4 feminine is the Universe, the World card. And it's funny, they're even like standing, you know, looking that way. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Interesting. I gotta stop saying that again. I mean, maybe you could fit that with it, because the world has a snake and she's holding like 2 snakes or something. And also I was seeing this as like future. I should, oh, geez, did I show anything? That's why I put, this is getting really annoying. I hope I didn't show anything. If not, I might have to, if I did, yeah, you probably won't hear this part. I might make a part 2. Let me just cover up here. I don't know. I shouldn't have lifted that card. I was thinking that too. Like, don't lift it up. All right. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave it like that from now. High Priestess, Empress, and maybe these 2 cards, right? All right. 22 minutes. Okay. Let me just go into the books. Probably do a lot of reading. Put timestamps. So the Sentient Nest, that was what, 2:30? Yeah. 30. Oh, wrong book. So from the Kenta G Oracle 30. There's that. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was it. When you awoke to find yourself nestled in a keyhole, you knew to expect the unexpected. On one side of your liminal space, you sensed a bright an expanse that felt hard and lifeless. The other side was dark, mysterious, and cool, yet vibrating and vital. It was there you went, and so you found yourself in sea brine, surrounded by fish and other creatures of all shapes, sizes, and colors. All swam in, around, and through a great spiny architecture. Although the structure seemed to be still in a moving world, you felt keenly aware of some internal movement therein. It felt as if an intelligence coursed through the framework, like blood through veins and arteries, nourishing and tending itself and all who dwelled within and around it. Your coral reef is alive. I don't want to read the whole thing. It's kind of long. Fate. Oh, yeah. And this reminded me, like, the Wheel of Fortune. While all things are interconnected, and therefore the fate of all things affects the let me read that again. While all things are interconnected, and therefore the fate of all things affect the fate of all other things, those nodes that serve as foundational support for many other nodes in great web of the universe are most influential. Like a domino, but dominoes falling. Yeah. Yeah, so this card talks about, you can take it like two ways, your environment and life architecture, or cornerstones and powerful nodes, which reminded me, yeah. Nodes. Yeah, if you feel that it is actually a cornerstone that you need to remove from your life or circumstance, first consider how this is done when replacing the foundation of a house, or for a car getting its tires changed. The whole structure is carefully lifted and given temporary supports while the old support is removed and a new one is put in. What will temporarily lift you above your current support system so you can extricate it and replace it with a more sustainable long-term foundation. Oh, that was a question. Yeah, I also want to mention the keyhole, because I was going on and about, like, hearing other people say the door is open, or the door is not hidden, or something with the door, right? But not the key. I was like, why isn't anyone saying anything about a key? And then I started hearing people talk about having the key, finding the key, or not needing the key, something with the key, right? And yeah, and then in the last, I think it's the last reading, or one of the recent ones, I was talking about like a card reminded me of a keyhole, and then it says keyhole. So maybe there's something now with the keyhole. With the union, the when I was talking about the masculine and feminine energies and some tarot cards, I was like saying that it's like some cosmic door, like closed, and in some sense, like we lost that energy, but we're still connected. It's like as above, so below. Now we're using it like, it's not like the same energy, but now we're like manifesting or like working towards a union or something. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go in order here. I don't want this to be a super long video, and I just dropped a book. So the next card we have is High Priestess. Just talking in the background and it's irritating me. Yeah, I might do, like next time I do a chakra reading, I might do this spread, this 10 card spread here. So from the Tantric Dakini Oracle, we got 2 Isis, which yeah, the head and shoulders of Isis, who is also known as Ishtar, the High Priestess, are seen as if rising through a nebulous veil of a night sky. She's considered to be guarding the doorway through to occult knowledge. Her position is that of a wisdom holder, an attendant and guardian of the great secret Dakini realm, and initiatrix. I don't know how to say that. Pajnadhari. Oh, yeah, there's a reason why I wanted to bring up, like, being naked, like, not ready to see someone. I think one of these cards talked about it somewhere. And I kind of see it with this, like, she's naked. Yeah, so I was trying that one with those two. That's just what I wanted to bring up here. Let me just read up until wherever. The night sky symbolizes the limitless nature and awe-inspiring qualities of her territory, the wisdom which she guards so carefully. Traditionally, this wisdom is never revealed to the uninitiated, and therefore this aspect of Isis is portrayed showing only her bared head and shoulders. It is said that, like the sleeping Venus, if her full nakedness or potency exposed prematurely without adequate psychic preparation. This thing about the third eye. Oh, maybe it was this card that talks about it that I put the High Priestess with. Maybe. We'll get there soon. Yeah, so if you want to see, you could go to the timestamp for that. Germanium, 32 germanium. Where was I? Without adequate psychic preparation, there is a chance that the occult mysteries revealed through her might be misunderstood or abused. Her 2 eyes are rubies, indicating her fire-like inner nature, and on her forehead is an open 3rd eye, which points to her function as a distiller of arcane knowledge and tells of deep intuitive penetration. Yeah, so there's the rest of that. Sorry, I don't read very well, but whatever. And then next we have, okay, let me go a little faster. So, Temperance card, yeah, Blackstone, Lingam, Phallus. So this masculine set within a square pool. Phallus representing the male energy of Shiva. In this temple, so devotee priest is performing Puja, an act of worship by pouring consecrated water over the stone, representative of the male cosmic principle. There's more. Right. And then I'm going to get to breath from the Untamed Elemental. Breath is a vibratory note between the starting point of life and the still point of death. All activities arise from her flow. Her mother's breath is the first gift she gave you. Your mother's breath is the first gift she gave you. It was passed down from her mother, and upon both of their respirations, you alighted upon the world. The strength of your connection with your own breath is the extent to which you are connected to your existence, creativity, and power. Breath is prayer and praise. She is all inspiring. Yeah, okay. Balanced, receptive to divinely sourced potentials. Imbalance, lack of new ideas, enduring sameness. To bring into balance. Practice purification through the control of your breath. And they're right next to each other. I didn't do that on purpose. So yeah, I pulled them in order. I forget. So it's this. And then I think I pulled these. I don't remember now. I have the video, but yeah, of the shuffle. I'm not gonna. And I was thinking, like, maybe I should start like pre-shuffling, so I'm not shuffling forever, because sometimes they take a while. Like, just like something in my brain, just like, okay, like. Anyways, Rose. Let's go to Rose. And I said this also reminds me of the Temperance, just because it says Rose requires both shadow and light to do her work. Her medicine is the strongest beneath a full moon, right next to the full moon card. She speaks of love. Within her realm, nothing else exists. The earth journey is filled with joys and sorrows, and Rose asks you to draw upon her magic to live with an undefended heart. Take care to keep your heart center washed clean so that it doesn't close down from the exhaustion of being overburdened. Rose radiates purity and connects your entirety to this present moment, to her beloved garden, where you will return to harmony and balance. Communing with Rose is a powerful way to help maintain the alacrity of your heart through the ups and downs of life. Balanced, keen knowledge, intelligence, open-hearted. Imbalanced, blocked feelings, heady, bitter. To bring into balance. Shift your higher mind. Validate your authentic feelings. And I didn't read up here. Her delicate set is a microcosm. It contains notes of the celestial bodies that have lent her their wisdom, so she may align herself with universal love. I don't feel like. Well, there's that. So let's go on to You know what? I'm not going to go through the book. I'm just going to show real fast. Where did I put it? Right here. I'm like holding it and I'm like, where did I put it? Like, my brain's not working right now. I'm just going to 37. Maybe read the keywords or something. 20. They're so hard to see. And 22. So 37. Guide, raven, magic, messenger, transition, trickery, intelligence, language, which reminds me of, so we got the magician in the nest, which reminds me of this card, the high priestess, breath. We got a raven right here too. It's getting dark, so I need to hurry this up or turn on the lights soon. And then for 20, and that was a north card, which if I take air was east. 20. Yeah, and then this deck has directions too. Yeah, I forgot to mention when I was on directions. Because I was like, I feel like there's something more I needed to say. So south, fire, elemental salamander, consumption, transmutation, chaos, protection, intensity. And then 22 is west, rain, cleansing, which take with the purification there, melancholy, upset, dissatisfaction, catharsis, renewal. Yeah, I don't really like to read so much. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me get to these right here, since I was, it's getting all messy up here, since I was, talking about directions. Oh no, I'm like, no, that's not right. Oh, that's not right either. Gotta put them in. Oh, we'll fix that soon. So yeah, in this book here, the Wild Whispers Oracle, we have, the cards are in one of these four here, sunset cards, sun, Nadir, I'm not sure if I'm saying that, Nadir, which is the south, for icy. Sunrise cards, which is the, yeah, descendant, west. And then sun zenith cards, 9th, 10th, midheaven, right? I think, I could be wrong. I don't know if that's the same thing on the chart. Yeah, but I mean, I guess this is more like on the ground and looking at the sky. But so yeah, for 13, was it this card first? I don't know. 13 magic, we got the south. So I was saying fire was the south. And then 3 is a sunset, which is west, which would be water. So yeah, then, so again, we have fire and water. As I was saying with the temperance, the fire and water, yeah, fire, water. So yeah, so in this reading, it's like fire and water is working together, and then we have air coming in with breath and the raven, and breath, raven. Okay, so yeah, I said let me go. So 13 here. Maybe something with a door. 13 magic. You hold magic. I don't think I'm gonna really read this. Just read little here. Elements: light, touch, energy, self-esteem, moon, source, universe. The universe. Firefly. All right, 3, freedom. So on this card, yeah, and then I did look up like what the wingspan, what the, yeah, and then, yeah, ravens have more of the diamond-shaped tail. So this is a raven, and even in this, she says, the idea for this deck's title came light as a raven's feather. So we got freedom here, which I said was water, but raven I'm putting with air and Mercury. Freedom flies within. Vastness, inner world, wings, open roads, horizon, emotions, power. I feel like one of these cards, maybe it was relaxation, was talking about like going within. I mean, there's always a lot of that stuff, but yeah. Is there anything I wanted to read in here? There's a key. Oh, you hold the key. Only you hold the key. External circumstances can never imprison your intrinsic vastness until you choose to let them. Just as no one but you can impose limits upon your internal disguise, no one but you can free you from those limits in your inner realm. Okay, maybe it was this book. You are at liberty to fly as free as you imagine, dream, reflect, feel, and breathe. Your freedom also lies in being able to move inward whenever and however you choose. Now that you know how to fly, how will you employ your wings? I think number 13 is like positive. I kind of feel like with these cards, we're getting more like fun, like have fun. Well, there's that if anyone wants to read. I don't know if I showed. I'm going to have to close my curtains. It's been 41 minutes. Oh, wow. And turn on my lights, because it is like getting dark in my room. It's, I don't know, I think it's about 6. That's when the sun goes down. And then I hate that. So I put, okay, so we got 2 of these. I'm just going to show real fast for this one. Quantum Quattro 12, which is a multi-dimensional variation healing. So we have other, oh, maybe they all say multi-dimensional on there. Yeah, I guess they all do. But there's, what, 6 different types, I think? Just to let you know the ones we got. Oh, yeah, here. So, where'd it go? So there are earthy cards, healing cards, cosmic cards, integration, and interactive. And we got a healing card. And so let's go to 12, the healing card. Upper Bloodstone, Synergy, amazing healing power, and a dramatic effect on physical vitality. It brings about an energetic shift and integration. You are an extremely complex person who is seeking wholeness within yourself. Examine all facets of your personality, especially those you hide from yourself or others. Accept those of value. Find the gift hidden deep within mistakes. Forgive and let go. Release yourself from codependencies and abusive relationships. Heal your inner child. Recognize the resources you have to draw on. Cosmic aspects need healing. Your question is nowhere near as straightforward as it seems, so dig deep and see all sides. The power of the whole is much greater than its component parts. Once you have all the information, you are invincible and evolve rapidly. Recognizing that you cannot heal anyone else or influence their behavior enhances your own well-being. Frequency high, chakra energies all. Timing, yeah. Soul path, holistic healing for the soul. What is that thing? It reminded me of something, but it's like I can't think. It's something like you feel like I feel like I came across something recently. Like you feel like you need to like to heal yourself, like uncover everything from your past. And I can't remember, but that's like coming to mind. But I don't know why my brain is like, hold on, let me. I don't know. Maybe there's something, because the whole dig deeper part is like, it's kind of, what is the word? Counter, yeah, I think maybe it was maybe it was a awakening a spirit, or her other channel, Journey to Love, talking about counterproductive or counterintuitive or something like that, like, or there's another word, like what's that word? My brain, I'm sorry. Like a dead end. You have to turn back around. I have like memory problems. I can't remember words sometimes. Yeah, I'm not great at doing readings. I'm not great at talking, but here you go. Okay, let's jump into, yeah, I'm going to finish it with these 3 cards. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about. I don't think. Let me just look around here a little bit. Yeah, no. Okay, so we'll end it on these 3. And I just put these cards to the side. Gosh darn. So I was saying with Germanium, I was fitting that with the High Priestess. I'm just going to put it over here now. This card. And then with Nitro. Oh, she's not showing anything. It's not. It's just a fruit. Yeah, so with nitrogen, with the Empress, and then with neon, the Eon, and maybe also the Universe. Okay. All right, so those 3 cards are from the Materia Prima, and I'll show you what the elements are here, the table of contents. So Germanium is a metalloid. I think I said something else. A metalloid. The second card, nitrogen, is it's under non-metals. And then neon with noble gases. And I already put these stickies on there. So germanium, here's germanium. And well, there's a picture, I don't need to. So it says communication, seer, knowledge, transformative, otherworldly. The phenomenon of telepathy, prophetic dreaming, and the third eye are the shimmering, uncanny dominions of the lustrous gray spirit Germanium. For centuries, she was scarcely noticed, a riddle hinted at in our subconscious wanderings, until finally her tendrils veined into the light, a spark of knowledge flickered across our psyche, and then in the vast dark region of the human soul, Germanium's presence was felt. She signaled to us from this spiritual sphere, sending our cerebral matter her code in our dreams, face to face with this magical second-sighted genius. Our intelligence awakened, sensing a new relationship with mind and matter, a united and a creative power unseen or thought of before entered the world. Like I said, it reminds me of the High Priestess. And she says, the third eye, I was talking about third eye. And you know what? Just give me a minute or less here. I am going to pull out the chakra deck I used in the last chakra reading. This deck here. For the third eye, I'm going to, so I did a, 9-card spread, and yeah, for the chakras. And for the third eye, I got the, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure. The Universal Light. So I feel like there's something up with that. Are these all the last cards? I didn't get that card. I think this is how, I'm just going to say how, I'm pretty sure it was like this. So for the root, love, the sacral, grounding, the solar plexus, I am, the heart, visualization, the throat, soul healing, third eye, universal light, the crown chakra, communication, and yeah, for the Earth Star, Dreams, and the Soul Star, I'm not sure if I'm saying right, Divine Wisdom. Earth Star and Soul Star? Earth Star, Soul Star, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there might be something with that. I was kind of feeling like maybe everything's getting a makeover from having a new Earth to maybe we're getting a new... Oh, I just got a thing saying my battery is low. 51 minutes. Oh my god. Oh. I'm going to put it like right here, I guess. Oh yeah, by the blue one. And we have, it's like the only, this blue kind of goes with that blue. All right, I gotta finish the last two cards. So we have nitrogen, this card here. And where did I put the book? Here is the book. 7. And I said I was, what is this card? Is this person naked? I don't think I've ever seen this card before. Yeah, a lot of times when I buy decks, I don't look through. Maybe I have seen this one. I'm like, what is this? Arsenic? Poison, evil. Oh, I don't want that in my reading. I was just like, what the... This person's naked. This person... okay, nitrogen. Let's get to nitrogen. So I was putting nitrogen with Empress. And yeah, before I said, yeah, with this, she's not taking more than she needs. She's sharing. She's using the land resources and stuff pretty well. And yeah, so abundance, generosity, joyfulness, giving, essential reciprocation. Under a radiant sky, she whispered earth wisdom to the land, giving it essential things that change her world's march. How indispensable this matter is, one of the fundamental substances of life, capable of creating a banquet from thin air to feeding our hunger. When taken care of and honored, this magic of the fundamental makes the most responsive plenitude for our bodies and souls. And the Empress, I think, yeah, the Empress was Earth, right? Or Venus, nitrogen. And then last card, Neon, which I was fitting in with Eon, universe, also the future. And these are, if you look at the tarot, we could say this is, I mean, starting from the Fool, like this is like coming later, the future, right? But I mean, you can also say time doesn't exist, future, present, the only moment is now, the present. Okay, so let's go to, and I did cover her up in the book, and I hope the sticky doesn't fall off. See, there she is. It says, Neon, she is a prayer in the dark, a splendid rare creature, wished and waited for by the gypsy night, a primal light, somnambulistically pulsating with a coded visible art that marries itself to our consciousness's internal representations. Hers is a futuristic glow that emanates a mysterious power and stillness, both hypnotically and eternally active. Sorry, I can't read. Neon is a direct experience with a new and regal consciousness. Advanced, artistic, majestic, sublime, innovative. Yeah. Okay, so we got another timeline reading done. If I don't, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this whole video, and it's probably gonna be dumb, but yeah, I think I'll upload it anyways. Yeah, I need to add this onto the timeline. These cards, at least, video going somewhat, and yeah. I'm just gonna shut up. Thank you for watching.